Hi everyone, you are joining me today at the Fayette County Public Library today for Fun Foods. I'm Miss Lisa and I've got a fun food for you, something that doesn't take very long at all. We all love our cheeseburgers and our bacon cheeseburgers, so what about cheeseburger soup? Or what about bacon cheeseburger soup? That's even better, right? Okay, to do this, you're going to need some ground beef, a pound or a pound and a half of ground beef. And you also need some bacon. Now, I have taken a whole thing of bacon and fried it up and crumbled it up myself so that we'll have some real bacon in here instead of just bacon bits. You need a can of the Campbell's cheddar cheese soup, a can of the Campbell's cream of bacon soup, and 2 cups of milk. So, first thing, of course, you need to do is fry up your bacon and fry up your beef. So, I'm going to set this aside over here. Hopefully that does not stick. I'm hoping it doesn't stick. And we're going to go ahead and put our regular pot on the stove. The first thing we need is 2 cups of milk. Now, if you want it a little bit more soupy, you might want to put 2.5 cups of milk. So let's go ahead and put that in there. And that's going to need to get warmed up before we do a lot of the other things. So I'm just making sure it's not melting over here. Okay, so I am going to turn this up pretty high, not totally high. And we're going to stir it around a little bit until it gets warm. So you want your milk to be warm. That's the main base of your soup. So as that's getting warm, you can go ahead and take the lids off of your Campbell's soups. Now, the cream of bacon was an interesting find. Walmart doesn't have this. Kroger doesn't have this. According to the internet, you can find it at Meijer and at the Dollar General. Okay, and so that's where I found ours. Here in Connersville, you can get this at the Dollar General. Cream of bacon. Who knew they even made this? This is awesome. I'll be using this from now on in all of the things that I want creamed soup for, because bacon is just the best. Okay, so once our milk is starting to get warmed up, we want to go ahead and add our creamed soups. So I'm going to take our cream of bacon and put that into our milk. Okay, you just want to make sure you get all that yummy goodness out of the can. Having a spatula helps you clean out that can really well. And you can see that there's already little pieces of bacon in there. That makes this soup even yummier. All right, looks like my can of bacon soup is in the pot. Okay. So you're going to want to stir that soup around into the milk. And it should, once your milk is warm, everything is just going to dissolve away and blend together to give you all that yummy, creamy yumminess. Okay, just make sure that you don't have it where your milk is going to boil or scorch the bottom of the pan. So you want to keep it on medium-high. Okay, while that is in there, I'm going to go ahead and add the cheese. Okay, so again, we have the creamed cheese soup. Okay, the cheddar cheese cream soup, and we're going to stick that in there. If you have a whisk, that's what I'm going to use next. I'm going to whisk this all together once I get it in there. So really, you can make a whole dinner in under 15 minutes. Okay, if you have some ground beef that's not frozen, straight from the grocery, you can brown that up and add a little spice to your meat. Start this off on the side, and you can have a delicious meal ready for your family very quickly. So let's go ahead and get that cheese starting to melt and combine with the other ingredients in the pan. Okay. You're just going to want to keep stirring it until it's all well blended and it's not globby at all. Okay, and this takes a little while, but you can start to see you're getting a thicker consistency in there with those 2 cream soups. And all we have left to do is add the beef and add the bacon. So it's a very simple recipe. Okay, make sure we get it all off the edge of the pan. Looking really good. Now you're going to want to probably add a little salt and pepper to taste. Whatever it is that you liked. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead now and get my beef and add it to the soups. Okay, I can see the heat coming off my beef. My beef is nice and hot. Okay, just stir that in. It's nice and thick, and depending on what kind of thickness you want, you can add more milk if you want it soupier. Okay. Now the last step is to add our bacon. And then if you just wait about 5 minutes or so, so all the flavors blend together, you can pour it out into a bowl and have some supper. So here's my bacon. I crumbled it up myself. I used a whole package of bacon. And cook that up, and we're just going to add that in there. And so that bacon flavor is going to combine with the soups and the milk and the beef. You have a bacon cheeseburger soup. It's looking so good. All right. Once you have that all hot and ready, you can serve it up. Okay. I have my ladle here. Just serve up some soup. And to top it all off, you can use a little bit of the cheddar cheese to put that on top and make it look even beautifuler. Look at that. All right, folks. Today I've made a cheeseburger soup for you. Bacon cheeseburger soup. I hope you'll try it at home. It's very good and delicious. Thanks for joining me here at the Fayette County Public Library for Fun Foods. See you again soon for another awesome recipe. Bye now.